Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Connected to the service of a society program which we have performed in 2020. It is connected to the DPP-SPP funding. So we have the idea to make the online workshop for the same program. So with this online workshop, this can be performed for each year. And for whoever who are interested to this program, you can send uh, your short resume after you watch this video in YouTube to address email of Tuti Setia at UBAC ID or to WhatsApp number 0831 9281 3399. If you have the question connected to this workshop, you can send the questions to the same address, and I will forward your question to other instructor or students who have the duty like their topic. Okay, I hope this online workshop can be useful for all society and can inspire you all to make the other program which more creative than we make this. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Allahumma shalli wa sallim wa barik ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are lecturers in Chemistry Department, Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Sciences, Universitas Brawijaya Malang. We intend to carry out community service activity about introduction of tofu coloring technology using natural antioxidant dyes. Our training activity schedule is Session 1, Introduction, with me, Danar Purwanugroho, followed by presentation about soybean nutrition and its processed products with Ibu Sri Wardani. Session 3, presentation about dangerous dyes for food with Ibu Siti Mutrofin. And session 4, presentation about tofu coloring using natural antioxidants dyes will be presented by Ibu Tuti Setianingsih. Session 5, demo tofu coloring and evaluation with students. And session 7, closing, convey impressions and messages with Ibu Tuti Setianingsih. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin the activity, let's pray to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of us. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا اللهم إنا نسألك سلامة في الدين وعافية في الجسد وسيادة في العلم وبركة في الرزق وتوبة قبل الموت ورحمة عند الموت ومغفرة بعد الموت اللهم هاون في الشكاوى والنجاة من النار والأب عند الشر ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Ladies and gentlemen, why do we choose tofu? Almost everyone likes tofu. It is favorite food. There are lots of processed tofu food in Malang, such as lontong tahu or tahu lontong, tahu campur, tofu meatball, tofu chips, tofu crackers, tofu burgers, and so on. In Malang, tofu needs are supplied by several tofu factories. For instance, tofu factory Sukun in Sodancho Supriyadi Street, tofu factory ABC in Mulyorejo, tofu factory Kendasari in Tulus Rejo Lowaru, and tofu factory Duta Tahu in Blimbing. Participants, the goals of our programs are to improve the quality of tofu in terms of color and antioxidant content, to increase people's understanding to natural antioxidant dyes and its health benefits for tofu coloring, to increase public understanding to economic benefits of tofu coloring with natural ingredients, to improve community skills in tofu coloring techniques with natural dyes, and to motivate people to develop tofu coloring technology with natural ingredients. Tofu coloring using natural antioxidants is expected to increase the value of tofu. It will increase the diversity of Malang tofu culinary tourism products. It will increase nutritional content of tofu. The tofu will be more healthy. And how about taste? It need to be evaluated. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope to get some benefits from this activity, such as improve food health, support the development of Malang culinary tourism, improve the relationship between Universitas Brawijaya and Malang society, and increase the income of the tofu culinary entrepreneur in Malang. Thank you.
The nutritional content of soybean from varieties of soybean such as Malika black soybean, local yellow soybean, and imported yellow soybean are listed in this table. This black soybean Malika, local yellow soybean, imported yellow soybean. The highest protein content is local yellow soybean, 42%. Malika black soybean contains anthocyanin, 222 milligram per 100 gram, whereas yellow soybean anthocyanin levels are not detected. Anthocyanin is not contained in yellow soybean, local and imported. The data in the table from this group. Soybean nutrient content after processing soybean into tofu, tempeh, and milk are found in this table. Soybean are processed into tempeh. Soybean are processed into milk, into tofu. Soybean, when processed into tempeh, nutrient contents such as protein, carbohydrate, calcium, phosphorus is decreased. 30, 50, 15 to 4, 30 to 12. But iron is increased to 10.
First, let me introduce myself. I'm Siti Mutrovin. Please feel free to just call me Siti. I involved in this activity under Bu Tuti as a leader, and I have to present or to share our knowledge to all of you about the food coloring in general, and especially about tofu coloring. First of all, maybe all of you have already known about why food coloring is important. If we saw the food with the dual color, and compare with the bright color, maybe at the first glance, we prefer to choose the bright color. This is why food coloring becomes interesting issue for some sellers to increase their income. Basically, food coloring is divided into two, that is synthetic food coloring and the natural ones. As a seller or producer prefer to choose the synthetic coloring due to some reasons. There, synthetic food coloring is less costly, technically superior, unlimited availability or reproducible, and stable toward heat, and more homogeneous when it's combining into the foods. Meanwhile, or on the other hand, the natural ones is more costly, less superior technically, unstable toward heat, limited resources, non-homogeneous, and usually it's take time to prepare. As people have already known that the food colors isolated from natural, well known, such as carotenes, chlorophylls, caramel, curcumin, and riboflavins. And then on the other side, the synthetic ones usually prepared from the oil-soluble color and coal tar. Carotenes we usually found is found in the carrots. Chlorophyll can be isolated from suji leaf or daun suji, and caramel is easily is prepared from the sugar, burning sugar, and curcumin for turmeric and etc. Now, because this activity talk about the tofu colorings, I just want to touch a bit about the color of tofu. Actually, we never know that the tofu is pink. Never. The color of tofu that's familiar for us is white and yellow. That's as maybe you know as Kediri tofu. Some researchers, especially from the research center or from the university, they are curious. Is the color used in the tofu safe for the human health, especially for the kids, or they contain some harmful dyes? Because of the reason that I have mentioned above, that the seller or producers tend to shortcut the way by taking a cheap and easy prepare of food coloring, especially tofu. Surprisingly, some of them found that the seller or producer use non-permitted or prohibited tofu coloring, that is menthanol yellow, and then but some of them still concerns to the human health than only talking about the money. Some producers still use the safe and safer tofu colors such as curcumin or carotene. Because if you search in the internet or Googling, I know some of you is now internet or Googling is not high, only consume by high class level, but it's become a common tool. You just can click that there are so many regulations, which one consider is a dangerous coloring, a food coloring, and which one is considered as a safe one. Because we live in Indonesia, and in this session, I prefer to share to all of you the which one the prohibited and which one is permitted. In the slides is the prohibited or not permitted based on the regulation that is released by Indonesian Health Ministry number 239 1985. Honestly speaking, myself can't remember all of the index codes, but I suggest to the audience to just print out a few pieces of this slides, or if you Googling, just to print out of some pieces of this codes and put in the wallet. So if you go to the supermarket to buy the food coloring, you can just easily check out which one is prohibited and which one is permitted. I'm so sorry I can't mention one by one. I just focus to the methanol yellow, why it's prohibited. This is permitted. Yeah, you can read by yourself. Maybe Bu Tuti will share this slide to all of you. It's not my concerns. My concern only to talk about this synthetic and natural color. In this times, let me introduce why we have to concern to the dangers of synthetic color. Because the synthetic color, especially that one that is prohibited, can cause a serious problem to our health. Started from the simple or not serious, still to the serious one. Throat, eyes, and skin irritations, liver disease. Our liver can damage if we consume in continuous or in the high dose. And finally, if in longer usage, can cause cancer. Sorry, I myself, I like kids and children. So usually, although they are not my kids, if they suffer or they are tortured, I feel their sorrowness as well. So that's why I suggest you as a seller or producer to concern with this issue, because prohibited synthetic color can damage nerve, can damage or harm nerves. The kid can behave antisocial, distractibility, difficult with coordination. If we don't care about the food that they eat. I'm sorry, my breath a bit disturbing, because I do consider the kids as a parent. We have to. It's our responsibility to take care of them, especially starting for the basic thing by giving them healthy food, especially for mother. It's not expensive at all if we just spend our time, an hour or 2 hours to prepare health food for them to produce a better generation. This is, as Bu Tuti mentioned, I have to produce, I'm sorry, I have to let you know that in our laboratory, in chemistry department of Brawijaya University, we have already a simple but modern instrument to detect which one of the food that contain dangerous or prohibited synthetic dyes. It's easily, but I don't want to talk further. It's not for you, but this is very easy. By knowing the absorption maximum of the spectra using this instrument, we can detect a particular or specific synthetic dyes. Maybe you can ask for your what we call university students. They already know if they take a chemistry course. As a chemist, I do concerns why they are dangerous from the structural side. Actually, synthetic dyes can be classified to so many groups, but in this session, I limit to the some of them that is common in the environment, in the foods. Synthetic color that contain azo or groups as azo, group as xanthin, pyrozoline, indigoid, and triaryl methane. This one, the structure. I just want to have a look. This one. Now maybe you have a question. Which part of this structure that's considered dangerous? This one. The double bonds of nitrogen to nitrogen. It named azo because the double bond nitrogen is nitrogen unified to a structure that we call aromatic structure. This one and that one. The double bond of NN contain we call a sigma and P bond, whereas the P bond is easily be broken due to the high energy bombarded to them. Higher energy can come or the resources maybe from the heat, from the light, from the electricity, and etc. If it's broken, it's become more reactive, and can what we call harm our cell. So that's why, and the previous slide I said, in longer usage or prolonged usage and high doses, the prohibited synthetic color can cause serious problem to our body. That is cancer. It is so scary, isn't it?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will present the next material connected to the colorization of tofu using natural antioxidant dyes. This is definition about antioxidant. Antioxidant is a substance which can slow down or prevent oxidation process of free radical in the body, and this reaction can damage or destroy cell of the body. So antioxidant is important for our body to sustain our health. This is benefit of natural dyes compared to the synthetic dyes, which have been explained by Mrs. Siti Motrovin. Natural dyes is provided in the nature. It is abundant, and also it relatively economic in price, and also it based on the color. These natural dyes can improve various color of the tofu because its natural dyes has its different color, and also this natural dyes can enrich the taste of the tofu because taste of the natural dyes also is various. So it is good to improve production of tofu with various natural dyes for modification. Then natural dyes has characteristic it's safe for consumption. Safe here mean that natural dye is not toxic, and also it is not cause the disease for the body. And then the natural dyes contain the active substances such as for antioxidant, antimicrobial, and also antifungi. So it is very good. And then natural dyes also contain the various nutrition for the body. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is main topic of this presentation. First, it is about nutrition content of natural dyes, and then type of antioxidant substances in natural dyes, and also some hard research of natural dyes which I have collected from some reference. I think these three topics can improve our motivation and also give us a strong consideration to use natural dyes for modification of tofu as the innovative product to get the more quality of culinary in Malang. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is first about Rosella flower. This Rosella flower is the red flower, and it is usually used for tea, for drink like this. And this is why the red color, because it contains much anthocyanin in it. This anthocyanin and the red color in Rosella flower, and also have the characteristic and antioxidant. Main antioxidant in Rosella flower, but Rosella flower has the acid taste because it also rich of various acid substances such as citric acid, malic acid, and also ascorbic acid. So don't use too much Rosella flower to modify the tofu because it will give the too acid taste. So you should use only the enough amount to get the nice taste. And this Rosella flower also contains various nutrition such as protein, fat, carbohydrate, fiber, calcium, phosphor, iron, beta-carotene, thiamine, riboflavin, and niacin. I think it is so good to use this Rosella flower to modify it and the tofu to become the more colorful and also more nutritious culinary in Malang. And this is a type of antioxidant in Rosella flower. I have told about the anthocyanin, and this is not only anthocyanin in Rosella flower. It also there are some active antioxidant such as gossypectin and glucoside hibisine beside anthocyanin. And about the our anthocyanin, it also there are more than one type of anthocyanin in Rosella flower. There are three kind of anthocyanin in Rosella flower, and with this name of the substances, and also this is a example of a chemical structure of anthocyanin. So the conclusion, the Rosella flower give not only the colorful culinary of tofu, but also give the very nutritious and also rich of antioxidant to prevent disease and also improve our health. And this is an example of hard research of Rosella flower. It is about one and Rosella flower can be inhibitor of Streptococcus pneumonia bacteria. This bacteria cause respiration disease, and also Rosella flower can improve amount of urine, and also it decrease of blood pressure. Also it decrease total cholesterol, so it's very good, and also it improve amount of leukocyte and lymphocyte in the blood. So this Rosella flower consumption can improve quality of our blood, and also it inhibitor of enzyme xanthine oxidase. This enzyme and the role has the role important role to form to format and the purine, and this purine causes the uric acid. So it means that Rosella flower can inhibit the uric acid. So I replay again. It can decrease blood pressure, decrease total cholesterol. It improves the quality of blood, and also decrease the uric acid disease. So it is very good. Then the second natural dye is about a pandan leaf. Pandan leaf has the green color because it's rich of chlorophyll. This chlorophyll is a substance with is the characteristic of a green leaf. And this pandan leaf is popular in Malang as the part of the food such as kola to improve the taste and also give the fragrance of the food. I think it is very good to improve tofu to improve its color is also to improve its taste. This pandan leaf, based on the analysis, it contains carbohydrate, protein, and fat. More green, the pandan leaf more contain of carbohydrate, protein, and fat. But based on this analysis only, I found the three kind of nutrition, such as carbohydrate, protein, and fat, and not much various like this, such as in Rosella flower. It does not mean that pandan leaf is not good and also it is poor of nutrition, not like that. But it is only about the information about analysis which I found. So it means you should try to find by yourself about the content result of analysis about pandan leaf. It is like that, okay? And this is a type of antioxidant in pandan leaf. There are various antioxidant in this pandan leaf, such as alkaloid, flavonoid, saponin, tannin, and polyphenol. So it is very, very good for the modification of tofu because it very rich of antioxidant in pandan leaf. And this is the example of a chemical structure of antioxidant in pandan leaf. You can see them, okay? And this is a example of health research about pandan leaf which I found from the reference. I found from the two description. First, extract of pandan leaf can improve duration of sleeping. So it means it can decrease the insomnia problem. It is very good. It is also can reduce glucose in the blood. So pandan leaf can help us to handle the diabetes mellitus. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And then the third natural dye, it is about sapan or secang wood. This natural dyes give pink or red color of the extract. Why this red? Because it contains antioxidant substance named brasilin. And this brasilin is a very good antioxidant and the main antioxidant besides flavonoid in sapan wood. The extract of sapan wood has antioxidant which better than vitamin C and vitamin A. So it is better you consume the sapan wood extract and then you consume the vitamin A capsule, I think like this. Vitamin A can be found in the flower of sun, I think like that. And I didn't get the list of nutrition analysis. It doesn't mean that sapan wood doesn't have the various nutrition like the natural diets which I have explained to you. It means that you have to find the list of analysis about the nutrition in the Sapan wood by yourself. I think like that. Please try to find. And this is an example of the hard research about the sapan wood. The first, and this extract of sapan wood can inhibit the Streptococcus sanguinis bacteria. And this bacteria can cause mucosa of mouth disease. Also, extract of this sapan wood can inhibit the growing of Salmonella typhi, and also can be an inhibitor fungi like such as Aspergillus niger and also fungi of Candida albicans. So this sapan wood is very good for handle the bacteria such as Salmonella typhi, also very good as anti fungi such as Aspergillus niger and Candida albicans, and also for handle the bacteria Streptococcus sanguinis. It is very good for you to improve modification of tofu by sapan wood. And this is the other research. This sapan wood can be used for colorization of shrimp to improve red color of shrimp and also to remove black spot on shrimp body. So it is very good if you have the restaurant and you have the product of shrimp. So it can improve the aesthetica and by the red color, and also can improve the nutrition by sapan wood. I think like that. And sapan wood contain the substance antibacteria of Vibrio cholera. It is very good not only about Salmonella typhi, but also it's good for Vibrio cholera. It is very good for you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The next natural diet is about the purple sweet potato. This sweet potato is the kind of sweet potato which is popular in Malang, especially in the southeast Malang. It is usually used for the cake and also for juice. And this is very nice in the look, and also it is very nice in taste. And this sweet potato, why it is the purple in color? Because it is rich of anthocyanin. So it is the other kind of anthocyanin. If the flower, rosella flower, rich of red anthocyanin, so it's purple sweet potato is rich of purple anthocyanin. And this anthocyanin is very good to prevent the damage of cell because of the radical free, because of the oxidation reaction in the body. And this purple sweet potato also rich of nutrients such as the rosella flower, such as protein, fat, and carbohydrate, and fiber, and also sugar, beta carotene, and anthocyanin. What different the nutrition between the purple sweet potato and other sweet potato such as white sweet potato and yellow sweet potato? It is because of the content of anthocyanin. Anthocyanin it is much higher content in purple sweet potato than in yellow potato and white potato. So why the color is purple? But connected to the content of beta carotene, yellow sweet potato contain much higher beta carotene than purple sweet potato. Beta carotene and anthocyanin is the antioxidant. And then this is kind of antioxidant in purple sweet potato. I have talked that anthocyanin before this slide. And yes, and this purple sweet potato contain purple pigment of anthocyanin. Yes, it's like that. And the type of anthocyanin in purple sweet potato, two kind of anthocyanin. They are peonidine and cyanidine. And this I show the different chemical structure of peonidine and cyanidine in purple sweet potato. And then the other sweet potato which I explained here, it's about a yellow sweet potato. I have explained before this that yellow sweet potato contain beta carotene much higher than purple sweet potato, but purple sweet potato contain the anthocyanin much higher than yellow sweet potato. So they have the different strength of antioxidant types. This yellow sweet potato also contain the nutrition and the various nutrition such as the purple sweet potato, including protein, fat, carbohydrate, calcium, phosphor, iron, and also natrium, kalium, and also niacin, and fiber, beta carotene, also various vitamin. In yellow sweet potato, you can find vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, and also vitamin C. So this yellow sweet potato rich of nutrition and also rich of various vitamin for you. It is good for modification of tofu or tahu in Malang City. I think like that. This is a kind of antioxidant in yellow sweet potato. It is contain beta carotene, and this is the chemical structure of beta carotene. You can see. And this is the example about the hard research of sweet potato which I have collected from some references. And the one extract of sweet potato can improve SOD. This is a superoxidant dismutase. What is SOD? This is the antioxidant type which is produced by own body. But when we consume the sweet potato, so we can improve on the production of SOD in our body. And also anthocyanin in purple sweet potato can control blood glucose level in the body, so it can handle the diabetes mellitus disease which we suffer. And purple sweet potato increase enzyme of glutation peroxidase. This enzyme prevents cell damage in the body due to the free radical. So the sweet potato, including purple sweet potato and yellow sweet potato, are the potential which give the much benefit to improve the quality of tofu in Malang. I think like that. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Then next, the natural dyes is a yellow turmeric. Yellow turmeric is very popular among the women, among a mom for cooking. I myself like to use this turmeric for my cooking activity, especially to prepare the fried tempe, fried tofu or tahu, and fried fish or something like that, and also the other cooking at it. And it is not only to improve the color of our cooking, to improve on the aesthetic, but also it's very useful to prevent the cancer disease and also the other disease, I think like that. And why this is yellow? Why it is very good to prevent cancer? Because it rich of curcumin. The curcumin is the main antioxidant in yellow turmeric, and to improve and to save our body. And beside that, yellow turmeric also contain the various nutrition such as carbohydrate, protein, fat, fiber, calcium, phosphor, iron, and some vitamins such as vitamin A, vitamin B, and vitamin C. And so it's contain the HCD oil. Beside on curcumin, I think it's very rich of nutrition, and it is very good to improve the quality of tofu or tahu in Malang because of the color and based on the rich of nutrition. I think like that. And this is antioxidant in yellow turmeric. I said that this yellow turmeric rich of curcumin, and there are three kind of curcumin in yellow turmeric, including curcumin 1, curcumin 2, and curcumin 3. It is based on the different chemical structure of curcumin. And the curcumin 1 is the dominant or the main curcumin in yellow turmeric. You can see this structure by yourself. And this is I found example of health research about the yellow turmeric. Besides, yellow turmeric is potential for the source of antioxidant because of curcumin. Curcumin also is very good to inhibit fertility for women and also for men because it can reduce quality of sperm, control the ovulation and production of FSH and LH, estrogen and progesterone hormone in a woman. I think it is very good to inhibit fertility. Rohim, this is the last natural dyes named basil or kemangi leaf. This is the green leaf. Why the green? Because it contains the chlorophyll. We know the chlorophyll is very good to produce oxygen for life. And but this basil leaf also contain the antioxidant, which is very good for our health. So it is created by Allah to sustain our life. Thanks Allah. And this basil leaf is usually popular for cooking. It is usually for giving the fragrance in pelasan culinaire. We usually like this fragrance. Also, it it's delicious for the. If you try to make the bakwan kemangi, I have tried to use this kemangi or basil to make the bakwan kemangi. It is nice and it is delicious with the special taste of this bakwan. Please try it. Basil leaf or kemangi leaf also contain the various nutrition such as the natural dyes which I have explained to you. It contains the protein, fat, carbohydrate, calcium, phosphor, iron, beta carotene, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, and also ascorbic acid. So it is like you consume the multivitamin and multi-nutrition capsule. This is very good to improve the quality of tofu or tahu in Malang. This is kind of antioxidant in basil leaf. It contains the vitamin C and beta carotene and also flavonoid. This is the three main antioxidants type in basil leaf. And also basil leaf contains tannin and saponin. So it is very rich of antioxidant. It is very good for our life. and this is an example of hard research about the basil leaf. This basil leaf oil has the ability to inhibit the Streptococcus mutant formation in oral cavity, so it is good to handle the oral cavity disease. And also this basil leaf can reduce the incision wound faster than wound without the treatment by basil leaf. Also, extract of basil leaf can reduce uric acid in our blood, so it is very good. This potential natural diets to improve our culinary based on the color and also based on the active substances to handle the disease, and also rich of nutrition, like that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. After doing the presentation, I have the conclusion for you that rosella flower, sapan wood, pandan leaf, sweet potato, basil leaf, and also yellow turmeric are a potential natural diets to improve our culinary and also to improve quality of culinary based on the color and nutrition, and also the active substances for antioxidant to improve our health. And also, I hope this presentation can improve the motivation in you to find the other natural diets to improve your culinary and your production for business, and so it can improve our life as the human, and so it can enclose our relation with nature, and to improve our loving feeling our love to nature, because the nature is very good and provided by Allah to improve our life, to sustain our heart of life, and to improve our quality of life. This is our presentation from Brawijaya University, especially for Department of Chemistry, and very special for inorganic chemistry in group, small group in Department of Chemistry, Brawijaya University. We doing this because we love our life, and because we love you all as the human in this world. This is may it useful for you all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, we are students of Chemistry and Biology, Brawijaya University. We present how to prepare the ingredients of natural diets before cooking process. First, the introduction of the ingredients. There are 7 ingredients. The ingredients are purple sweet potatoes, yellow sweet potatoes, turmeric, pandan leaves, basil, sapan wood, and rosella. Second is the preparation of the ingredients. The first ingredient is purple sweet potatoes. We shred the purple sweet potatoes. The second ingredient is yellow sweet potatoes. Same as purple sweet potatoes, we shred the yellow sweet potatoes. The third ingredient is the turmeric. Same as before, we shred it. Ingredients is pandan leaves. We cut it into smaller size. Ingredients basil, we cut it into smaller size. Sapan wood, we cut it into smaller size by scissors. attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hmm.